The ninth gate employs a technique known as negative space, where the eyes rest around or in between objects, where there is a void, openness, or emptiness. We see it represented physically, in metaphor, and perhaps spiritually. Some examples are very obvious and quite on the nose, but others are very subtle. In this video, we explore many demonstrations of negative space. The Ninth Gate, directed by Roman Polanski, was released in 1999 and loosely based on the novel The Club Dumas, written by Arturo Pérez-Reverte. The use of positive space in both photography and cinematography we consider the norm, and it goes unquestioned. Characters are introduced in frame by an open door, elevator, or enters the space from off-camera. It's not just people. Objects also fill space. It may be a motorcycle, sports car, or even frozen food. They define the moment with the help of our eyes. Empty spaces can convey a message, a missing piece, a mystery. Andrew Telfer's library kicks off the film before the opening credits, with an empty spot in his bookshelf. With help of the credits, give hints what the mystery leads to. Just before Dean Corso is introduced, there is an extreme wide shot panning over the cityscape, perhaps homage to Rosemary's Baby, also directed by Roman Polanski. It comes across as a very large portrait, something our eyes dart around to focus on. However, the camera steps back and into a New York apartment. Revealed is a man in a wheelchair who can do nothing but look between the curtains. What started as positive space outside becomes negative inside. It is the man in the wheelchair who is focused, looking into the void, far into the city, and he is also the one in the room who is most distressed. Corso, in his bid to cheat his clients, cleverly makes his own negative space in the bookshelf. With every piece he takes, he gets closer to pulling off his scheme. In the city library, when Corso researches his book, he peers through the empty space in the bookshelf and sees the face of the girl before she fills the void with her own book. This may be a subtle foreshadow, answering the origins of one of the engravings. Corso doesn't get the answer from inside the book, but from the space it once existed in. Returning home, Corso discovers his apartment ransacked. This is an example of a metaphoric use of negative space, other than the emptied shelves along his wall. Like many mysteries, there is a chase for clues, in this case a book. Corso packs for his trip to Europe. There is a prop on his dresser that's so bland and empty it's easily overlooked. It's the picture frame without a picture. While there are books and clothes everywhere, there is no decoration that either defines his past or his dreams, his future. This is a coy demonstration of a man living a void. How is this important? As soon as we notice the frame, comes the doorbell. It's Liana Telfer, and she's there to make a deal. Together, the room looks more orderly, more expected. There is a frame with a picture that partially fills it, and another with no backstory. After Liana attempts to bargain for her book back, she cannot find it. In Corso's bag full of stuff, they are meaningless to Liana. It may as well have been empty. When Corso stumbles on Bernie's body, the film teases us with a mystery between the positive and negative. Corso climbs the stairs to retrieve the book. Will it be there, or will it be missing? In Toledo, Spain, Corso meets the Sinisa brothers, hoping they will authenticate the book. One of the brothers is seen in the background, filling some space in the shelf. Could this be a clue the brothers will answer questions, but only a little at a time? Traveling to Portugal, Corso meets Victor Vargas. Most of his estate, the meaning of his existence, is defined by negative space. His book collection, the Vargas Library, accentuates the meaning of his life. Without his books, without his copy of the 9 Gates of the Kingdom of Shadows, he has little reason to live. In Paris, France, Corso interviews and gets ejected by the Baroness Kessler. Does her missing right hand represent negative space? It may if you visually see her using an invisible hand. Corso is tailed by Liana's bodyguard. He tries to outweight him inside a pub. Staring out the window, Corso wants to see negative space outside. He hopes the sidewalk is emptied of mustached men in cropped platinum hair, but Corso can't get away. He scrambles when the mustached man chases him. At the bottom of the stairs, the open negative space at top represents escape and safety, but the mustached man appears from the left. The positive space represents danger, and Corso must retreat and ends up in a wrestling match before the girl rescues him. Trading negative and positive spaces in the same scene, the girl disappears from the bed, and Corso finds a hiding place behind the minibar. This continues the image of the girl's elusiveness while setting up the future for the book. After Corso's second visit to the Baroness, surviving murder and arson, he retreats to his hotel room and finds his book stolen from behind the mini-fridge. This is another example of a metaphoric negative space. The book is no longer in Corso's possession. Corso's chase after Balkan through windy roads. What's ahead of him is uncertain and filled with perils. Before we get to the final example of negative space seen in the Ninth Gate, like, share, or subscribe if you enjoy this video and want to see more content like this one. Boris Balkan's ritual to open the Ninth Gate failed because he was missing the legitimate ninth engraving. This missing piece voided his incantations, and he was burned alive for just having a glimpse into the Black Book of Death. Surviving the fires at the castle, Corso returns to Toledo, Spain when the girl gives him a final clue. He travels the same alleys, hears the same voices, but the bodies are missing. First is the little boy who answers his mother's call. His voice is heard, but he is not seen. Inside the book restoration shop, the Sinisa brothers are missing, replaced by another pair of twins who look strikingly familiar. As the emptied bookshelf is pulled from the wall behind it, a piece of paper glides off the top like a paper airplane and lands at Corso's feet. The empty bookshelf gives up the final piece of the puzzle. As Corso walks to the castle doors, the positive image becomes quickly overexposed, turning negative. Let me know in the comments below, do you think the use of negative space was an important aesthetic design of the film or plainly coincidental? This is Mr. G of Synergy saying, the difference between a mini fridge and a mini bar is about $6 a bottle. Make sure to check out other videos on my channel. Thanks for watching.